Good evening folks, the new hard mode or Sovereign Everdark of Darkdrift Knight has just been added to Nightreign, and in this video you're going to see my first run against him where I completely destroyed this boss. No joke, this was one of the easiest runs I have ever done, and I know a lot of people have trouble with the original Darkdrift Knight, so I was expecting this one to be tough, but in the end I totally and utterly destroyed them. I really was not expecting to be dealing this much damage. So in this video I'll be showing you my build, my thought process and the things that I look for to serve as guidance, so that you may also have an easier time against him. With that said, please forgive my voice as I am currently under the weather, and of course, enjoy the content. So you actually have a very good spawn here, very close to an Everjail, so I'm going to be starting here, probably heading here, taking this church, and doing this Everjail after. Assuming I'm able to get an Everjail, a stone sword key out of that fortress. I do not have the follow-up with this relic setup, unfortunately, but I believe that these relics are much more valuable than having the follow-up. So that is why I do not have it. And of course, because I'm playing the Wilder, I'm gonna have the extra mobility, which is what's gonna allow me to move around the map real quickly, get those Everjails done real quickly, collect those stone sword keys, etc. Gonna be checking out the vendor real quick. He does have a lightning weapon in the lightning hand axe. Oh, Vike's War Spear, I definitely want to get that. Oh, never mind actually. Because the Darkdrift Knight is not affected by madness. He is susceptible to every element except madness. So that is a bit unfortunate, because that weapon is really cool. I always like doing these soldiers at the beginning, because they're pretty easy to clear out, give you a decent amount of XP, so you can get one more level at the beginning. That would be ideal. And something really cool that you can do with the Wilder, a little bit of an extra tip, is that whenever you are out of stamina you can still use your grapple hook, as it doesn't consume any. So you can effectively just cancel the animation of an enemy by using the grapple hook, even when you are out of stamina. There we go. Normally I would not deal with these rats, but they are being annoying. So I'm gonna finish some of these off. They do give a decent amount of XP, so it's fine. Don't mind it too much. But if I had the follow-up, they would be quicker, since the follow-up gives you fire damage. That is a good weapon. Has Endure, which is a very nice skill. Of course I cannot use it yet, need to be level 3. I'm gonna start by popping off the ultimate right away, just so I can one-shot this guy by doing the ultimate and then the crit, if I can get the crit off. There you go. I'm also damaging a rat, I think. Yeah. So that is some extra XP. None of these are good, but I'll take it. I'll check what the chest upstairs has, because sometimes it does have some good stuff. Let's see. Guard counters, not really my thing. So we're gonna be heading towards this one, as I said before. I might do the bleed camp, since it's one of the easiest camps to do. You just kill one guy and that's it. And bleed scales with your level, so you don't even take that much damage by bleeding once or twice. Oh god, that's a dragon. Bit too early to be doing that dragon, so I'm gonna try to be careful not to pull the guy in this Everjail towards him. Oh god, it's these guys. Not a very lucky spawn, I might say. Gonna be using this that has Endure. Endure was supposed to do something there. Gonna do this to finish off this guy real quick, or at least try to. Trying to go for a backstab's not going too well. That's my passive. Oh god. Thankfully the grapple hook does damage. If nobody else got me, at least the grapple hook has me. We're in a 1 HP situation here. Oh god. I did the backstab animation. But he moved out of the way. A very Dark Souls 2 situation. Very unlucky spawn, we're definitely losing a lot of time on these guys. These guys are easy to do if you have a big AoE ult, like the Executor, for example. That one would be perfect for this. But there you go, we finally did them. Maximum stamina, I'll definitely take that. Level 5, I'll come back to you later. So I'm gonna be skipping the bleed camp, of course, because of how long this took. Though, if I am already here, I guess I can pop the ult on him. Let's see. Because I do need to pass through here to get to the church. And it wouldn't hurt to get a extra level. Just gotta make sure I don't die here. Boom, into the ult. Get that crit. That's a one shot, beautiful, exactly what I was hoping for. Come on, drop the grace. Blood Nagaki, but that is definitely not a bad weapon, I'll take it. Though the other option was also quite good. Gonna be leveling up in this grace as well. And hitting the church. We cannot do this Everdark here, but we can get to here, for example. Also, of course, as you can see me doing, whenever you do the grapple hook with a Wilder, make sure you do the jump after, so you get some more coverage on your mobility. Unfortunately, this is a holy camp, so the Everdark key, the stone sword key, is in the top. Oh god. It was very risky to do these without the ultimate or having pots. These guys are pretty annoying when you're playing solo. I am able to come back and finish them though. And hopefully get the key as well up top. Because they have this problem where you finish them off, you kill them, and they still drop those bubbles that can do plenty of damage when you're playing solo. And they can stagger you out of attacks. They're definitely pretty annoying. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that chest. And no Everdark key. Now that is just beautiful, isn't it? The sole reason I came here. And they don't have it. So of course the reason I'm prioritizing these Everdarks is because of the relic that I have. That gives me 5% more damage each time I defeat an Evergel prisoner. And these stack multiplicatively, so it means that once you do 7, you actually get 40% damage bonus approximately. Which is really good. Let's get rid of that golem real quick. I do have my ultimate, but as you can see, it's almost done. So yeah, no need to use it. Oh, that's perfect. Lightning Flamberge. Can I please? Well, now my Akiba is useless, but that's fine. It was my second option. Ooh. Give me that. Multiple glint blades. I love this passive effect. So we're gonna go down and do the Evergel. Occasionally you get a weapon that has the same effect, multiple glint blades, but instead of giving you 5, it gives you 9 of them. I don't know what's the criteria there, but when you get that, that is insane, because you just deal hundreds of damage by passing near enemies. It's a really good bonus. Helps you in the early game to finish off enemies that take you longer to kill, and of course, in the late game can also help dealing a little bit of extra damage and clearing off the ads while you're fighting a boss or something. Did not mean to go to the bear camp. Just walk in here, as a certain actor would say. Don't have much time here, so hopefully it's just one dude. It is. Not a very fun dude to fight, but one dude nonetheless. Oh, I actually missed that attack. Absolutely love the Flamberge being a great sword that can bleed and can be infused with other elements. I love that. More iframes on the dodge, always a very nice bonus to have. You're never gonna hear me complain about getting that. And we're gonna be going to the church before we head out to the tree. And of course, I'm also gonna be passing through the mines, so I'm likely gonna be hitting this, and then this in the mines after. See, is there a field boss here? There usually is. Oh, there it is. Draconic Tree Sentinel. Okay, I'm definitely not doing that one. Draconic is pretty brutal to do. Especially if you're solo. And he's on the water, so he's gonna be doing more damage if he hits me. Though I am gonna be doing more damage with my lightning attacks. But yeah, I definitely don't want to mess with him. But I have my route planned. Do this Evergel, go up, do the church, do the Evergel, and we'll go from there. How many stone sword keys do I have? 1. Okay. So yeah, that plan definitely works. I can get a key here, I can get it here, I can get it here. Plenty of places. I wanted to check the castle. It looks like the pawn is trolls, which is unfortunate. You always want it to be Crucible Knights because they're not too difficult to kill. And they give a ton of XP. The trolls are just annoying to deal with. And the soldiers, whenever they are the Banished Knights, they don't give as much XP as the Crucible Knights, but you know, you can still do them pretty easily. So this is looking to be a very solid run. Where's the main guy on the horse? There he is. Shut up! Oh, I caught him in the drum. That was funny. So as far as weapons are concerned, I'm definitely very happy with this one. It also comes with lightning power, so it really couldn't be much better. Not gonna spend my ultimate here because I want to save it for the Everjail. You don't need to hurry up with these end of day bosses because you don't have unlimited time, so you don't really need to spend your ultimate. So of course, if they are getting annoying like the Revenant here, you can always go for them. There you go, get a crit. Another bleed. And we should be able to kill him here. Actually gonna go ahead and pop the golden foul foot. And I kill him with the glint blades. Get some extra XP. Oh, I like this. Critical hits increase the damage inflicted upon enemies. That's always a very good one. If you land a crit, you deal 15% more damage. Can't guarantee that I'm gonna be getting crits, but I have lightning damage against the Darkdrift Knight, so I'm hoping I'm gonna be able to inflict that a couple of times. Like inflicting a crit and following it up with the ultimate. That would be sick. That would be so much damage. Let's see what we get. Beastly Brigade is gonna start with the ultimate, since these guys are grouped. Perfect, that's 2. Already down. Also, I forget, I should be infusing my weapon. I have Lightning Slash. There you go. That was funny, I got him in the air with a grapple hook. Also, in case you're wondering why I'm using the weapon one-handed, for one, it's because I get the glint blades to proc from the bow. But secondly, it's because I just prefer the one-handed moveset of the sword. I much prefer it, to be honest. Don't really care about the FP, I'm only going to be using Lightning Slash to buff the weapon. Let me check if there is a beetle there. That's not the case. So, gonna be heading here, then into the church. It's the mages, that's fine. Gotta be buying a revive already. And nothing else. There is not the rare spawn for the village trader. Sometimes you get a special trader that gives you emblems. You can have the Earth Tree Favor, for example, which is a fantastic one. That wasn't the case. We don't have any talismans so far. That's fine. So if we get the one that gives you electric damage, that would be perfect. It's like 15% more electric damage, but you take 3% more physical damage. I would definitely take that trade every day. Just doing these guys because they're pretty quick. And the problem with the strategy of rushing the Everjails is that a lot of times you're gonna be scarce on XP unless you're playing with multiplayer, which is not the case here. So I want to be hitting some of these guys to get some extra XP. Otherwise I'm gonna finish the run at level 11 or so. Oh, lightning power is definitely what I want, so goodbye Blood Nagakiba. You were good to have in my inventory, I felt good about it, but you were useless. Sorry to say. We can get lucky here and get 1 or 2 talismans on this little route. I see 1 talisman up there. It's pretty crazy that I'm reducing the entire existence of a creature to the talisman that it drops when I kill it. But let's not think about the ethics here. And it is awful. Nice. Boy, do I want the bow drop-off range to be increased. That is exactly what I needed. Thank you. Thank you, Miyazaki. Actually, did Miyazaki even work on this game? I don't know. trying to rush these areas. I don't have any stone sword keys. I should have checked the other chests once I did that place. Gonna be taking the jump here to get to the boss quicker. Now I don't have the ultimate, which is gonna take a little bit longer to kill them. That is fine though. Do I have a Kestis or a Warhammer? I do have the Anchor. That's probably the best one. There you go. A really cool thing about that power that increases damage whenever you crit is that it applies to the crit that you do itself, because the first hit doesn't count, which is funny. So this likely doesn't have the stone sword key, it's probably the chest below. So let's go there. It's probably gonna be this chest. Gonna open up the exits. There you go. That's exactly what I wanted. And we're in a bit of a time constraint here. Time restraint, whatever you want to call it. Time crunch. I think that would be a better expression. So I definitely gotta hurry it up. Because I want to do this and get an Everstone key. Stone sword key, sorry, I keep getting those two mixed up. I do want to get both. Because I don't have any other source of stone sword keys once I do these. Nice, we get crit on both, and I don't use it on any. Masterful Gambit, sorry. Grease runes obtained, I'll definitely take that. Ideally, you want to take those effects early on into your journey, but you know, it is what it is. I do need levels. Are you weak to lightning? I'm seeing a lot of lightning particle effects. Oh, don't you dare run away. I need you dead, buddy. Stop doing that! God damn it. There you go. Yep, nothing good. Kind of what I expected, but I was here for this. Yes! Got what we wanted. And so I can more calmly go here. And a bit more relaxed. Again, we're still not doing well on the XP department. Ideally I would be level 12. And normally I would be around level 12. But because I'm chasing the Everjails, I'm spending a lot of time looking for them instead of, you know, farming XP. But we have an easy boss here, so I'm gonna go ahead and go for it right away. I'm about to have my ultimate, so I'm gonna pop it here. There you go. Now we just gotta kill the small ones. Funny thing, you one-shot them with your grapple hook. So where's the final one? There you go. Kill them with Bluetooth. Yeah, I'll take the damage negation. And once again, the Glint Blade's the MVP of the run. The best passive you can get. Gotta be heading out to the mines because again I want to upgrade the weapon I have. If I had more time I would check out the Sorcerer's Rise, but I don't really care to look for a magical weapon either. And again I don't have much time because I do need levels. We only have about 5 more minutes I think. There you go. Beautiful stuff. Like this. Only having one stone sword key is unfortunate now. Because ideally I would be hitting 2 of these. Very unfortunate that I don't have more of them. Stop staggering me! Once again, the glint blades proving why they're so good. And the MVP of the run. I think this will be the 3rd or 4th ever jail I do. Sometimes there's a boss around this place. Looks like we didn't get... Oh, we do. And it's a demi-human. One of the easiest bosses in the entire game. So we're definitely doing this one. I mean, look at the damage she takes. And again, I much prefer using the one-handed moveset of the greatsword. It just feels so much more natural with these horizontal swipes. I really dislike the two-handed moveset. Ooh, another one. I mean, I don't really care for it. Fire damage negation could be useful here and there. But, nothing amazing, really. Level 12. And, let's do the Evergel. Shall we? Again, no really other sources of stone sword keys here on the map. Get this guy. Gonna ult right away. Because of course I am. Buff my weapon. I know he's not weak to lightning. In fact, he's resistant to it. But hey, screw it. Extra damage. This guy has a very janky hitbox. Like if you're hitting him in his groin, you don't actually deal damage. It's so goofy. Guess he doesn't have a PP. Guess that's confirmed. He also has an attack that he raises his palm after slamming it down. It's so goofy that... Yeah, that right there. Which, perfect timing. As I mentioned, I get hit by that. I find it so goofy that you take damage from that. And he's dead, but that is the final night. So I really don't have much time to get more XP here. I'll have to go for the runes, definitely. I need levels. And, ooh. I see you, bug. I want to see if I can go to the castle and do some stuff there. I forget if it was trolls, I think it is. But even so, that is the biggest source of XP I can find. Oh, it's on the other side of the map. That is annoying. That is very annoying. What do I do? Guess I'm not gonna go there. Check for the chest, which I think is here? Question mark. I also hear a beetle. There he is. What are you? Not good. That's fine. I won't judge you for being bad. I'm awful at this game. And people still watch me. Thank you, by the way, to everyone that has been watching so far. And sorry about my voice again, I'm pretty sick. Not really sure if I mentioned this so far, but I think it's evident that I am pretty sick by my voice. Nothing too special, just going under the weather right now. And should be just a regular cold that I get sorted real quick. But let's go ahead and destroy that Knight's Cavalry. Go for the crit. Oh, look at that beautiful damage. You'll love to see it. And there you go. improved crits. I'll just take damage negation. We have been stacking a lot of damage negation. It's not physical, which would be ideal. But I do believe that the Darkdrift Knight does some holy damage. At least he is resistant to holy. And there are some lights on the floor, so I assume. Huh? He didn't drop anything. Oh, there it is. It's the same one as before. Thank you, Kojima. So I can level up to 13. Hopefully, by doing the boss, I can level to 14. That would be perfect. Oh, it's gonna be another Dragonkin soldier. Looks like. I think that's what spawns when you get these. Or is it the Dancer of the Boreal Valley? I don't know. Let's see. We're gonna find out in a second. There you go. What's it gonna be? Yep, Dragonkin Soldier. Same dude as before. Now on day 2, because you don't really have anything else to do, and your ultimate does reset between day 2 and day 3. Gonna go ahead and pop it right away. Though you can get lucky and get a second boss after you finish this one. Occasionally you get lucky and the second one spawns. But I never really count on it. This attack's pretty easy to dodge, you just run. I'm really gonna miss having this sprint when I replay Elden Ring. Because these attacks are so much more annoying to dodge without that. And God, I wish they would add some of these movesets to Elden Ring, like the Duchess Dagger moveset. I'm never gonna be able to play Dagger again without that moveset. It's so good. I forget that has a follow-up, that's fine. Can you stop moving? Guess that's a no. Get a crit here. And that should be the end of it. If I can land a crit. Apparently I cannot. And I'm attacking the groin so it doesn't take damage. Let's see what we get here. Increased physical attack. Ooh, evasive maneuvers surround you with lightning. That's really good considering the boss. I'm actually gonna take that. I think that's pretty goofy. And that can be pretty useful. Since I'm playing solo, so I'm gonna be dodging a lot. That can be fun. Very happy with the run so far. Let's see. Can I get to 14? We can. Okay, I'm very, very confident about this. We have a very good weapon. 2 revives. We're also gonna get some damage negation for whatever the phase 3 is gonna be. And I'll get this crab. I'll start off by eating the flesh. And there you go. Wish me luck, guys. We have improved lightning attack power. I'm curious about something though. Where is it? I didn't check all the way. Let me see. I have where is the lightning damage negation? 3 times damage negation for elements. Which is pretty impressive. There you go, already doing some lightning damage. Should have buffed my weapon before I got close, but let's not think about it too much. There you go, easy breaks. Again, when you're playing solo, this boss is actually pretty easy, the default version at least. Ooh! Okay, that's what I was hoping for. Let's go, get that. And follow that up with the ultimate. That is exactly what I talked about. Come on, don't move. Boom! Big damage. Oh, he's going straight into that, no way. Okay, this run is just perfect. Okay, that's the new phase. I don't know what he's doing. I'm potting. He's gonna slam at some point. He's firing an arrow. Holy damage negation, save me. Okay, lightning. And again, as we dodge, we deal damage. Oh, is that the part where you're supposed to deal lightning damage? Oh! Let's dodge that. Ah! I failed my grapple hook. That is probably a one-shot if you don't have holy damage resistance. Or you're not high level. But he's gonna die here. There you go. That was honestly one of the easiest solo runs I've ever had. This boss has never really given me a lot of trouble if you have lightning damage, and that was exactly the case, though I did have a pretty cracked run. Now I am very curious to see what I get from him. Again, a very cracked run. Yep, the lightning flamberge really was amazing. The glint blades, everything really just... What a run. Nothing good out of this. That one's not awful. And 25 marks, 25 sovereign sigils, because again, the first time you do it, you always get 25, and the subsequent times you do the Everdark sovereign, you only get 5 of them. So let's check out the new relic at the collector signboard. Increased maximum stamina, boosts attack power of added affinity attacks, and defeating enemies fills more of the art gauge. Oof, that is a letdown. Okay, I need to see how big the stamina increase is, but that is a huge letdown. Now, the boost attack power of added affinity attacks can be very good if you have a weapon that has affinity, like the weapon I just had on that run, or if you have, for example, the relic from the final boss, the Knight of the Lord, which will give you a weapon affinity and boost the power of that weapon affinity whenever you swap weapons, and that one is really good. Just annoying that the buff only lasts like 15 seconds, so you need to keep reapplying the buff. This one is the one we just got. It's a yellow relic, and the default one is a green relic that also has increased maximum stamina, but has guard counter, is given a boost based on current HP, and you get HP restoration upon thrusting counterattacks. Let's see here. We're not getting any exclamation marks, so that is usually a good sign. So let's see, if I go to sparring rounds, I have 112 with this active. And if I remove it and I go back to the sparring rounds, I have 102. It's a flat 10 stamina. Okay. Not a very good bonus, to be honest. I think stamina recovery is so much better. Or the relics that give you successive attacks give you stamina recovery. Like the one you get for Knight of the Beast. I'm so much more excited for the hard mode version of this one. Because this relic is already really cracked by itself. And Caligo, I'm also really excited for this one. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So yeah, as I said before, the relic of the final boss fight has the effect where if you do this, you get a damage buff. And if you swap weapons, you get an affinity on your weapon. And so likely the effect here is you deal extra damage with the weapon by having both of these. The problem with this buff, however, is that it has a very short duration. I think it's only 15 seconds. So you need to keep doing this over and over again to reapply the buff and the affinity on the weapon. Though again, if you do this and you two-hand and go back to one-hand the weapon, you still get the buff. But you don't get the affinity on the weapon, you just get the damage buff. So you rely on the affinity of the weapon. I'm gonna be doing some testing here because this can turn out to be a good combination of relics. But honestly, I don't think it's all that amazing. And compared to some of these other relics that you can purchase from here, like for example this yellow one, which is just insanely good, the one that I was using on my run to increase my damage, or this one for the Executor, this one for Recluse and the Duchess. These are all so good. The Raiders, the Guardian's also quite good, and the Raider's also not bad. So you definitely have some really good ones that I would much rather take than spending 12 of this currency that you only get 5 of for each subsequent run. But for the sake of being a content creator, I'm going to be getting all of them. And eventually I'll get all of these as well. But I don't know. This feels like a disappointment so far. But I'm going to be doing my testing. And if there is anything noteworthy, I'll be sure to let you guys in a different video. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed this run. Again, sorry for being sick. And I'll be back with more Nightreign videos for you guys. My name is Dark Hero. And thank you so much for watching.